So the first step to correct your status would be, I would create something called a non-taxpayer affidavit, or even something called political status correction. Correct your name for the record. When your name was created on a birth certificate, they think they own this, so you have to learn how to create it in a private trust. The Social Security number is a trust. If you look it up, Social Security Trust Administration. It's a public administration. You have to learn how to create your private administration. So you can start with a church, or even a tribe. You can correct your status with a tribe, a church. It's called the Shahada with Muslims. I'm not sure what it's called with Jewish people, but they all undergo a status change. In the Christian community, it's called being baptized. So your baptismal certificate can be also correct your status, and you can use this to identify in the public. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. Peace and love. It's your boy Don Kilam, live in Orlando, Florida, Dream Keepers Radio, and I'm in the building with Chief Amir, and I got a special guest with us, real estate agent Kameron Young. Man, what's up, y'all?
Yes. What's going on? What's up?
Man, how y'all feeling today in Orlando, man?
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. Just got here. It's a little chilly though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's warm in Miami. Ain't you in Miami?
Yeah, it's warmer down there. All I did was come up 2 hours and I'm already cold.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I was actually a little warmer here. Vegas, since it's the desert.
It was a beautiful day today.
But yeah, it's nice.
Me and Chief sat outside. We caught the air today.
Yeah, it felt good.
Smoked me a few bleezes. You know how I get by the pool. And we ate at Perkins. You ever ate at Perkins?
Never had it.
Delicious, man.
Yeah, we
just got ready for the podcast.
Definitely had some good times, man.
But man, what are you working on, Kameron, man?
I'm just really studying you. I'm really just got done reading the nationality, just understanding who I am, understanding who I am, who I can be, and who I need to be, in order to maneuver out here in this society.
That's what's up. And you brought some guests with you. Who'd you bring with you, man? You got them in the studio with you.
I brought my dad and my brother, my two biggest supporters.
That's dope.
Also my mother too, but she just couldn't make it.
They're your biggest supporters.
Absolutely.
All right.
My tribe.
Hey, so like I said at our event in Atlanta, because I've changed a lot. I've came through the hood. That's how I came, bringing my message through the hood, the urban areas. So you should rebrand every few years anyways with your business. So I've been rebranding to attract younger people for sure, but more professionalism. And you're a real estate agent. So like you're the star student, like I would, so to speak. That's why I like working with you, man. And you're very patient with me. You're very patient because I go crazy with everybody. They think I'm supposed to take care of their problems, but you're doing it for a different reason. You're just doing it because you want to learn.
Right.
You see something. You're focused in on something. That's what I told Chief. I said he's focused in on something, man.
And one thing that I do love about Kameron too is that, they didn't even know your age. Tell me your age.
I'm 21.
Come on, 21 real estate agent. Come on, you guys. That's dope.
Come on.
Let's go, man.
That
Look,
alone.
man. That's dope right there, man. That's dope right there. You know what I mean?
Man.
Come on, man.
Like that's to be proud of enough, because you could be doing anything. You could be robbing, stealing, scamming. I'm just saying that's what our people do. They take the easy route out. Yeah. So you decide to be a real estate agent, but you're still, something's not right.
Absolutely.
There's something going on behind the scenes. And I told you, I learned a lot of game from studying real estate right here in Orlando, Tampa, and Miami. So that's amazing. So coming into the real estate, you understand a mortgage is just a contract. It don't have anything to do with the land, correct?
Absolutely.
And that's the same way with your birth certificate. They take you from the land and then they turn you into a description. And now your property. As soon as they turn you into a description, define your property. So what they do is they get rid of the land. When you get approved for a mortgage, they get rid of the land and they give you a property description, correct?
Yes.
And as simple as that, man.
Most definitely. Come on, you guys. This is $1 million worth of game right there.
That's it. That's $1 million worth of game. But so what I want to talk about with Chief today, I don't know if you'll understand it. Then you can throw us any questions that you may have too, because we're here for you. Because Like, even though we're doing a podcast, I said, I'm just going to fit him in the podcast and everything, man.
That's what's
You know what
up.
I mean? He showed up. He was the only one that showed up at the, we had that webinar. A lot of people showed up for the webinar, the actual webinar, but you showed up.
In person.
Yeah, he showed up in person, man. He said you didn't even know Chief was going to be here. That's why I told you. I said, I don't even think he knows you going to be here.
Yeah.
You seen him on Instagram, though, did you?
I seen him on Instagram. That gave it away.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, I don't know. I think he seen me. So, yeah, that's funny.
But,
That's
man,
funny.
I just want you, like our Atlanta event, I did want you there. It was just a lot. I'm glad you
I
went,
wanted to be
though.
there. I ain't
Bro,
gonna lie
it was
to you.
packed, though. But Orlando,
We had a good time.
we want you there in Orlando for sure, man.
Oh, I'll be there for sure.
Man, Orlando's
In March?
it's gonna be in March, and I'll give you the exact date once we got everything established, and it's gonna be packed just like Atlanta, but it's gonna be 4 times the amount in Orlando. So we had a sold out event, and it was amazing. The VIP, that's where we get the one-on-ones with everybody. So I definitely want you to be able to work with people, man. As far as how long have you been a real estate agent?
Just 2 years. I need to renew my license.
That's all good, bro. I'll definitely help you with that. Make sure you get that done, man, because that's something we gotta have. But like I told you, with real estate, we utilize holding companies, and the way Chief does it, he got his own special process. But I have my own special process for the public, but he got his own special process for the public and the private.
Most
You
definitely.
know, so you understand the public sector, the difference between the public sector and the private sector, right? Especially with real estate. Going in a gated community, it's a private common unity.
Yep,
You come in a common unity.
Yeah.
You know, you can't anybody just go to a private community, right?
Right.
So that's part of the private sector, private estate. And when you're utilizing your name in the public, that's your public estate.
Yes.
And all you got to do is just quit using the documents. Quit using the social security number. You don't have to use it.
It's all public.
There's alternatives.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I did. I wrote down like 4 or 5 things. So one thing I did want to touch today, I want to hear your input on it, how you view it as well as a young buck coming in. Is you know what a baby land deed is?
I've heard it before. I heard Jason Mabe talk about it before.
Okay. So we was talking to one of our business partners today.
Yeah.
We utilize a baby land deed for different reasons.
Yeah.
And today was the first day I heard people utilizing the baby land deed for child custody cases
Yes.
and visitation
Yes.
to prove that it's your child.
Yeah, because when you use a baby land deed, when you're filling it out, obviously all in red because it's a deed. So you're taking that baby back to the land, or you're keeping them on the land if you didn't get the birth certificate or anything like that. And so with that baby land deed, once again, it establishes that baby is still alive. And hence why it's red. So it's establishing that. And so what we found out today as well is that we have people that has been utilizing that land deed for the custody cases.
Child custody cases
Yeah.
with great results.
Yeah, because it's out of that jurisdiction. That's
Right.
what people got to really see and understand as well.
I'm going through a situation like that myself, and that's the route I'm deciding to take, because I have a meeting with my attorney on Monday, and that's the route I'm going to take, the baby land deed. Because they want to talk about me because I'm not disclosing any assets. Because they want to ask about your assets. I don't make any income. You know what I mean? I don't make any income. I live off the nonprofit organization. The church takes care of me. The tribe takes care of me. You know, the community, the private community,
community.
the common unity. Yeah. So the reason why I brought up the baby land deed, because you deal with deeds in real estate, correct?
Right.
So that's why I wanted you to understand. This is how I learned this private equity, so to speak, this private game. The private sector, because they're using baby land deeds that shows that you're from the land, and you use quit claim deeds. I just learned that whatever Nolan said in Atlanta, that the United States got quit claim to Britain.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah,
Did you watch the Atlanta event?
Yep.
Hey, you
Watched
like
it like 2 times already.
It was gang one.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna
that's
lie.
what's up. I appreciate that.
Like
man.
I said, it was the best video on YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to watch it like at least 8 more times.
That's lit.
Beating it
That's
in,
lit.
man.
Chief was in tune, man. Chief was dropping gang one.
Chief was doing his thing.
Hey, so and we're also working on something. Listen, I don't want to spoil anything, but we're working on a conspiracy theory type podcast with information that has been cleared from Nolan, from the Pentagon and places like that he can talk about it. Now, I don't want to get too deep, bro, but
It's gonna be off the chain.
You better
like,
start
for real.
learning how to check people's eyeballs for tattooed serial numbers to make sure they're real. Hey, but this is coming straight from the government, man.
Mm-hmm.
Information that he was actually working on, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's amazing that I even get to be part of that.
Most definitely, yeah. He's definitely have a lot to say, and a lot of people going to listen because once again, you know, a lot of people's like, man, I thought that, you know,
Right.
But they,
Right,
you know,
right.
they show us the images.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, they show us the images,
and he
man.
deals with it like it's normal, man. Nolan deals with this like it's normal. Like I was creeped out hearing some of the things that he had access to, and I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear no more. I'm getting chills and everything. The government is keeping so much stuff from you, but that's that private knowledge. You're not supposed to know everything.
Yeah,
you're really not. The public is not supposed to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
You might go crazy.
For real. It's a lot of information that's out here, you know, and once again, people have to understand, you know, the difference between public and private, you know, because
Google is what?
Public.
Google is public.
Yeah.
You think you're going to find everything on Google?
Nope.
If you can get rich on Google, everybody be rich.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the right information on Google, everybody would be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And everybody's not doing the right thing. That's why it's called private information, private education. And you got to invest in your private education. I'm not talking just private school either, because that's controlled as well.
Yeah.
You know, those curriculums are handed down by men.
Mm-hmm.
They all have meetings together. This is what we're going to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they got a little bit more knowledge than the public, though.
Right. Just a little step up.
You know, but it's the private common unity.
Yep.
The Jewish got their own private common unity. They teach them how to invest.
Yeah.
They teach them about taxes. They teach them how to maneuver correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Stocks, portfolios, real estate.
Mm-hmm.
They could probably go get their real estate license if they wanted to.
Yeah, but why? Especially when you control everything. Why
Right.
would you need a license?
Right. A license is what?
Yeah, it's permission to break the law or to do anything that was otherwise illegal. So it's like, why do I need to get a license when I own the properties? Or I control the properties, or I control the companies that do it. And then why do I need a license to do real estate? This is what people got to see that. You know what I mean? You know, and so like, once again, but it's still in the public versus private. So if you're going to be in the public, there's ways that you have to move according to there's codes, statutes, and things like that. But when you're in the private, once again, private is not controlled by the government. It's not controlled by those. So, you know, you still have to move a little bit. You have to move better, though. You have to move with more integrity and things like that. But you're operating in the private. It's the private.
And you can Google the definition of private sector and public sector. I had you do that, matter of fact. Then, do you remember what the private sector said?
The private sector is the part of the economy that is not controlled by the government.
That's it. That's verbatim,
Textbook,
bro.
right.
That's word for word. So what's public sector?
The part of the economy that is controlled by the government.
So what would the Amish be?
The private sector.
That's right. So they're not taxed.
Yeah.
That's why they don't go to jail. They're not utilizing the Social Security number. It's just information.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And like we was learning about the social today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the social is a number to go to work.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, it's their information. So people say it's a trust, right? You've heard the Sister K trust term, and they're claiming a trust that who was it created by? Do you know who it was created by? I'm just saying, did you create it?
Nope.
So why would you claim it? Because you're gonna control what you create.
Right.
So they're saying the government owes them something, but they didn't create this. So how does something you didn't create, how can it owe you?
It can't.
Exactly. So you got to create your own.
Most definitely.
And we're working on a new process with Chief, man, and I'm loving this establishment, the way Chief. So literally, he's making sure that. Go ahead and break it down, because you're making sure that we're able to get recorded on land first.
Yeah. So coming into the tribal governments that we're working on, we're just waiting on a couple of other things to really like put it into the public and let people know what we're doing. But behind the scenes, what we're doing is we're having people come in and get nationalized. And so one thing about the government is that you'll be able to be domiciled in, you know, the state of Nevada, because that's where the headquarters is going to be. And so with that domicile, it'll have you access to, you know, people that we have that's really, really close to us that would get you and your family and everything back on the land. And once you get that, then we'll make you move and go into the tribal government. So you have that different hedge of protection. And so that's what we're working on. And we have people ready to go through the process and all that stuff. And so it's really like, it's proven. you know, that everything is definitely moving forward with that. And so this is what we want to get people, to really see and notice, that when you're coming into who you are, you know, correcting that on that side, you know, make sure you have these baby land deeds in play, make sure you have all these things. And so now when you come into the government part, once again, that's an extra layer so that you can be able to handle things internationally as well as nationally, because you're internationally protected, especially when you're indigenous. And a lot of people don't know that, but they're claiming things that keeps them out of the loop on a lot of things, you know. And so when you look up even the term citizen is not what people think it is, you know. And so when you get back into your heritage and understand who you are, that's when you'll start to have access to this. And so these are the things that we're working on. So we already sowed the seed this time in the sowing, and we're going to be cultivating that come the winter time. So January and things like that, we're going to really be cultivating these things even more and getting everybody in tune. And so we'll talk more about that when it comes.
We'll be back after a quick break.
There's no such thing to practice law. It's called a bar card, or a British accredited registry card. They take an oath to uphold rules to the crown, which is in Britain. So there's no such thing to licensed practice law. If you look up Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer. He wasn't an attorney. So attorneys might have to be licensed, but there's no such thing as a licensed lawyer. Again, it's called a British accredited registry. It's part of a membership. It's like a fraternity, like the Freemasons or any other private club or community that you'd be part of, that you have to show your private membership. And this is what they do. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love.
No doubt. And you're gonna be in a Zoom meeting for the tribal workshop.
Absolutely.
So Chief's gonna be part of that too, of course,
Yeah.
man. So really, here's what I'm hoping for with Chief, that because he is working on a book, so at least that we have the ebook out. But here's why you want to tap in with Chief, because with me, you gotta understand what I'm proficient at. I can help you with the bank account stuff like that. I can assist with things like that, but I can't really tell you and coach you and educate you on how to operate within the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the people this is what people want to know. This is what people keep asking. Like, so it's just a few documents to open up an account. That's nothing. But that doesn't mean that you're operating correctly and in honor.
Right.
You know, and there's more to it. You have to have a real tribe established.
Yes.
In case they pull up and start questioning things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your ambassador, that's why I love that I had Mr. Ross there from Memphis, because he actually worked for passport offices and stuff. When you get pulled over, and you can look this up in Orlando, police handbook, even Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all those places, they have to treat a foreign national different, or somebody from a tribal community different than they would a regular citizen. Mm-hmm. They have to call your ambassador. They have to call your consul, but you got to know what to say. You got to know how to enforce your rights correctly. And you're not going to be able to do that with the United States documents such as a birth certificate, an ID. And we're going to touch on that, because there is a time that you do want your birth certificate authenticated.
Yes.
But not over here in America.
Yeah.
Dealing with real estate, did you have to deal with anything that had needed authenticated or authentication processes?
No.
Okay. I'm just wondering, man. You know, so you didn't need anything authenticated to get a mortgage.
No, we didn't need anything.
You know what I mean? That's powerful right there. Right? All you needed was a signature.
That's all of it.
Hey, that's power right there, man.
Yeah.
A signature's a sign of nature, man.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yep, because that's where we come from, the earth.
Sign of nature. All they need is that you put your actual seal on it. That's the authentication, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Chief explains it so well, man.
That's the original.
Because so when everybody was going against me, okay, a lot of people went against me when I said quit authenticating your birth certificate, and Chief was the only one that stood up and said, "Hey, this man's right."
Right.
And then that's when people started switching up, because Chief co-signed for me.
Yeah,
man. And that, like you see, we're gonna go bash no groups. We all need to work together, truthfully.
Yeah.
But that's when these other groups started saying, "Hey, authenticate the tribal certificate and all that." But I need y'all to know, if y'all don't have land and you're not established correctly, Chief is sitting down with people, man. You sat down with people in the government.
Yeah.
Like the UN. Talk to them, man.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Yeah,
Get it together, man.
Yeah, and and it's crazy because a lot of people when they look at me, they don't think because I don't really talk about it too much. But I sat down with kings and actual true kings and chiefs. I sat down with commissioners, county commissioners. I sat down with presidents. I sat down with a lot of different people, and I've been all over the world. And this is what I do. I just really here to really help, and just really help people to get structured so that they can stop, with the oppressions and a lot of things that's happening. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of stuff that's going on out here. But once again, this is why we teach people you have to be a part of a community. And so once again, going to the Torah, the book of Exodus, right? It says, put the blood on the doorposts, right? The doorpost represents the house. The house represents family. Okay. And so salvation wasn't for an individual, it was for a family or a tribe or a clan or a band or a nation. So this is what people got to realize and see is that you cannot be out here by yourself, John Wayne in it. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to be a part of a community. And if you are out here and if you are a face of something, who has your back? So that when you get in trouble, you have the community or you have your government to come to your rescue and say, hey, boom. You see what I'm saying? Because there's strength in numbers. And like I said, it's not about a gang or anything like that, but there's really strength in numbers. And so when you are structured and when you have a group or a tribe that's supporting you, then that's when the real freedom comes.
That's it. And with creating a tribe, that's why you have to get behind somebody, man. You got to have somebody as the head, an elder as the head.
Yeah,
you got to have a leader that with qualifications, and it's bigger than just having a certificate or even a license, man. But I salute you. You have a real estate license, but it's bigger than just that, man. People out here making major moves. So like I didn't even call anybody chief until I said they got to have land before I call him chief, and I'd be damned if I met him.
Yeah, and he actually even told me, he was like, man, like I never called no one a chief because these people don't even have land. And it's crazy because he was telling me too, with one of the business partners that, we have, he went to go try to get some land. I mean, try to get, clearance for a lease on land in the tribal areas. And they didn't even own the land.
Right, that's it.
So they had to get permission from the government. But yeah, you guys are tribal. You see what I'm saying? How are you guys tribal and y'all recognize, but yeah, y'all don't own your land?
Out in Arizona.
So I was like, you can come on my land, like I own, we own, we have access, and this is the thing. And so when he said that, I was like, yo, that dude makes sense because once again, how can you protect the people? How can you say you're a chief and protect the people when your people don't have a domicile? They don't have a place to be protected.
That's it. Absolutely. And then he has land. He helps other people get land. We was looking at land last night, finding land for cheap, man. And it's possible with no restrictions. And that's what people got to look forward to. This is what they got to get their focus right. The same thing you're paying, even in cell phone bill, bro. The land I got, my cell phone bill costs more than that a month.
Yeah,
as simple as that, for real. Well, I found land you can put $100 down and pay $100 a month.
Yeah,
and you start building on it right away. Start building on it right away. You can make it profitable. And
you know what though? Why you say that? People are just too comfortable, man. They love the city. And that's cool. But once again, it's private or public, right?
That's it.
How you want to operate. Yeah, the public side looks pretty feasible, looks nice. They got some nice benefits and they offer some things, but that private side is where you want to be. So a lot of times people try to get in the middle and that's how things get messed up.
But I mean, look how we live though.
Yeah.
Like we got land, we be in the country, but we still live towards the city, So, I mean, we get the best of both worlds. And it's possible, Just looking at your life, you let me ask you some personal questions. When I first met you, Chief, I was like, everybody just finds a hustle to do. Like, y'all don't have no jobs because he got a big family.
Yeah,
I'm like, so if he can figure out how you got 10 kids, right, plus the 2 wives and grandkid, extra people, right? So if he can figure out how to take care of one man, better not ever talk about run off on 2 kids and all. You follow me? Like,
Right.
Yep.
Right.
like stick by your tribe, man.
Yeah.
You might make something magical happen,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
that's my way of thinking, man. And they helps him build on his land, his kids.
Yeah, man. Me and my two sons, we was out there.
Videos of it, all that.
Yeah, we built the houses. Well, it's going to be turned into storefronts now, but we built that stuff out there. You know, we was spent like 2 weeks out there. We was on an RV on a camper that we have on a property, and we, you know, everything. You know, we ate out there, looked at the stars. Like I never seen that many stars in my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we was out there and we was just loving it, man, and it was just free. It's like when you wake up and you like, wow.
Trust the process.
Right.
Man.
You know, it's just it's amazing, especially when you see houses that you have hand built.
And
It makes you respect it more.
So with that, I seen that he showed me this, and now I own land by him. Not knowing, I knew I was making history with my family. I'm making history with his family, owning land by him. But I'm not knowing really that the city is still building, it's still expanding.
Mm-hmm.
We're really making history. Like they're like, you need to consider putting businesses on what you got.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about it. And then Chief's like, bro, we got 120 acres open up. We should go grab this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, they're building a new apartment complex out there. Like a
Amtrak
lot of
running
different
through.
things.
It's a
Amtrak
lot.
running
Yeah.
through. Like
Yeah.
it's like I got it before all of that. Like I didn't even know just by trusting the process.
Yeah.
But with that being said, because now I'm making plans to build on it. And then another resource comes about with the solar panels.
Yep.
We got a solar panel guy. He can make sure that we get approved and everything on the credit, everything paid,
Yep. And come out there and install it for you.
install it for us and everything. So it's just like, trust the process, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, where you supposed to be and doing what you're supposed to do, and you're where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, everything is going to fall into play. Everything. And a lot of times we just focus and we just concerned about tomorrow.
Right, that's it.
You can't worry about tomorrow until your today is done. Worry about your today. You got to be in the present. God is not, you know, he's not in the future. He's not in the past. He's right there with you.
yes.
And so he's right there in the present. And so you got to take care of everything in that present moment. And then today will take care of tomorrow. And so that's where anxiety, depression come from, right? Depression is worrying about things in the past that you can't change. Anxiety is worrying about things in the future that you can't control or that might not even exist. But your health and your liberty and your freedom is right now.
That's
You
it.
see what I'm saying? And so when we stay present in the moment, that's when everything else is going to work out for itself.
That's it.
Absolutely, he broke that down good. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm sitting here thinking like, man, that's literally me. Like I be trying to move so fast, like I can't be patient. Like I can't sit there and just take my time, and that's the thing too. Like
Sometimes you got to take your time.
right, and this thing is, I didn't like to read either, but when I started reading your stuff, I'm not gonna lie, you're the only books I ever bought. And you're the only books I ever read, too.
Hey,
I'm
I
not gonna
appreciate that.
lie,
You know,
bro.
I get that a lot, bro. I really get that a lot.
No, and I'm for real, too, because, like, I can't, no book's going to keep my interest the way yours does. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
appreciate that. But I did want to bring you up. So, like, when you got your real estate license, you decided you was going to get your real estate license, right?
Yes.
Did you hang around people that were losers and weren't doing that with themselves?
Absolutely.
Because they would have kept you down. So that's the same way with anything in your life. So with Chief, I just hang around productive people. I look at their life. That's how far they can take me. I understand that. You know what I mean? So, and that's just with anything. So even with the community we're in, if you're hanging out with people that don't get your message, they're not helping you prosper in life, why are you wasting your time on it?
Facts.
You know, if you want to do better, you got to hang around people doing better.
You know, and it's crazy because there's just so much excuses. And I get, you know, even a lot of times with parents, you know, we think, okay, that's my mom, that's my dad. But once again, if they had the answers, you would be where you need to be. And yes, they're your parents, but certain things where you're trying to go, they don't know about it. So they can't really properly educate you on that.
Correct.
And so you have to find some people that's where you're going that can help you get there. And, you know, we look at friends and all this stuff, childhood friends, and we hold on to this or this person. And a lot of times out of 10, we call people friends anyway. That's really not friends because they're not even telling you the truth. They're not holding you accountable. They're not making sure that you're being responsible if you're in a relationship or if you're in a family, if you're in a business. Hey, have you been doing this? No. Have you been doing this? And so we call these people our friends, but in all actuality, these people are just holding us back. because if they truly had our best interests in heart, they will make sure that we are catapulting, even if it catapults past them. They will be supporting, they will be doing a lot of that, but we don't have that, and a lot of people don't have that. And so what's the hardest part? I always say this. When you have a priority list, you're only really getting done like the top 3 or 4 things on that list. Okay. And so a lot of times people are like, I don't have time. Well, you have to reprioritize. You have to reprioritize. What are your values? Because the things that you hold valued is the things that's just going to be at the top of your list to get those things done. And so, yeah, maybe, you want to build a business, but building that business is number 5. So you have to now reprioritize that. It's somewhere maybe that's hanging out with the family every day. You might have to bring that down a little bit and try to put that in there so that you can keep focused on that and reprioritize lives. People always talk about sacrifice. I don't believe in sacrifice. Sacrificing is dealing with something that's more important for something lesser. No, we reprioritize. We don't sacrifice anything. Well, I'm going to sacrifice something that's more important for something less. What am I get out of the deal? So it's not about sacrificing. It's about reprioritizing so that we can now do the things that we said that we're going to do. The Most High gives us a vision. That's what it is. He doesn't give us a vision with the intent of saying, just in case, this don't work out. No, he gave you the vision and you have to work that out. We have to create. Every day we wake up, what are we creating? What is your goals? What are your visions? And create that. But we wake up with so much excuses and this person did this or this person did that. Who cares? It was all a part of the plan to get you to push to where you need to go. And the word Hebrew in growth is the word push. It's Push.
That's deep right there.
So in order to grow, you got to push. And so imagine that seed is in the ground. You got dirt on it. You got concrete. You got all this stuff, but it still manages to push through in order to grow. And that's the stuff that we have to realize in life. When we're going through life, and it's designed. Think about it. Adversity is designed for that. It's designed so that you can push through. And when you push through, you're going to see it. Just like when we was building the houses on the land, our first house broke. It was a strong way. We did something crazy. We wrapped the framing. Not even knowing, because we was going to put the siding on there real quick, right? But not even knowing, strong wind came through. My sons, we in there holding it. And he was like, I just seen fright on him. I said, let it go. And run out, let it go, now. As soon as he let it go, the joint, whoof. Man, we was devastated. We was about to pack up and quit. And at that moment, I said, it was a teachable moment. I said, listen, this is life. If you do not get up, if you quit right now, you're going to quit for the rest of your life. This is a teachable moment. And we built 2 more houses after that. Wow. And then before we left, we rebuilt that house, but we built it smaller though. Right. But we rebuilt it.
So you got 3 of them out there.
Yeah.
And one that blew away.
Yeah, we got 4 out there. Yeah.
And you said you're going to Crescent Valley with us?
Yeah, I'm going to Crescent Valley.
Hey, remind me not to be in the house when it's winter.
And it was funny because my dude Ron, he was watching all this, right? And he was like, yeah, I was wondering. He said, I seen the structure up and then I ain't seen nothing else no more.
Where'd it go?
Right, where'd it go?
That's a real Dorothy.
But that's life, man.
Right, that's life, man. That's it.
That's life, man. And it's like, I don't know, it's just, I'm very passionate is that any sign of adversity, we give up, we quit.
Right, that's it.
We just stop.
Bro, there's no way I would be where I'm at today if I would have stopped at adversity. Because there's so many challenges. Right when it's about to get good, that's when you got to understand you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested at your breaking point. You just keep pushing, man. It wasn't easy to get the real estate license. What you had to put in work, man?
Yes, sir.
You wanted to give up some days, did you?
Yes, I did.
That's with anything good in life, man. Anything great in life.
Yeah. And wisdom says if you faint in a day of adversity, it's because your strength is small. Think about that. If you faint in the Proverbs, it says, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. So the adversity is never designed for you to quit. It's to show you your strength inside you. And the strength is that inner strength. You see what I'm saying? What are you feeding yourself? Well, what are you affirming yourself? What are your purpose? What is your desires? What is your goals? What are your dreams? What is your strength? What makes you you? And so when the adversity comes and we quit, that just shows that the strength is small. So you have to build that up. Because adversity is we look at adversity and we say, it's a big giant. No, adversity could be so small. It could be a little ant crawling on you. And oh my God, nah, the ant crawled on me. Nope, I don't want to do it no more. Think about that. And so that's the stuff that we have to into. We gotta, in order to grow, in order to go into this next level, because I don't know if y'all feel it. Not saying y'all, but I'm saying y'all. I don't know if y'all feel this, right? I don't know if y'all feel this, but you guys are gonna have to push into this next joint. You're going to have to push because there's a lot of people giving up. It's a lot of people that's getting it, but I'm telling you, they're getting it, but they don't understand that as you get it, you're going to get taken, you're going to get tested. And so this is right now is designed for you to see yourself. Everything is right now is about looking at yourself. You know what I mean? And saying, okay, checks and balances, right? Where's my strengths? Where's my weaknesses? And now I have the ability to push through. Okay, I didn't make that. That didn't happen right. Okay, cool. Now I have to, look at myself, hold myself accountable, and move forward. You can't quit.
That's it. And even with I'm going to touch back on like the paperwork aspect, man, because we get a lot of people. What discouraged some of our business partners was a lot of people asking for quick gains and quick money. I can see why that's discouraging, because you got to work for anything you put in. There's only free cheese in the mousetrap. There's the only place you're going to get free cheese.
And that's a trap.
In the mousetrap. You got to put forth effort, time. You got to learn something, man. Yeah. My knowledge and the things I know and implement, my patterns and habits, that's what leads me to my prosperity and abundance. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that whatsoever, man. But when it comes to the paperwork game, a lot of people, I'm telling you, are stuck on this authentication. So if I wanted to authenticate something, I would authenticate the baby land deed. If anything.
That's exactly what you're going to do.
Now, also the same way, are you understanding the tribal laws that you can create your own tribal laws?
The bylaws.
Or any laws, bro. You got your own constitution. The tribal, a tribe can have its own constitution. A corporation can have its own constitution. Articles of incorporations. It's
how
all
your
included.
corporation
Yes.
is going to be ran.
That's how you incorporate your organization. But also we assist with unincorporation because that's what Chief has attached to his tribes. And he has different ways. He has things established for the different means that he does because he operates in the public. You're associated with a nail shop, correct?
Yeah. We definitely manage nail shops. And so what I share, and this is just wisdom, let me know if this makes sense to you. What I would share is that, okay, if a nail shop depends on how you structured and your contracts behind it, that will show if you're paying workman's compensation or not, right? And so if you're able to not pay workers' compensation, and so they're a contractor, I would say, hey, if there's a contractor, you're a unincorporated association, right? And you're already tax exempt. Utilize that EIN and have your unincorporated association do business with the nail shop or do business with that shop. So now you've removed a lot of the tax liabilities. That makes sense to you?
That does make a lot of sense.
and so the public sector is the part of the government, the part of the economy the government controls, right? So public banks are owned by the government, correct? So I need you to understand when you're coming in operating with public banks, because public banks are needed. Let's not say that they're not, but the government can't control a private contract. So you create your constitution, your bylaws, your banking resolution, your operating agreements, whatever it may be, you have those set up and established correctly. So when I come in and dispute a debt or dispute things like that, I'm getting remedy within 24 hours. As simple as that. Literally, because we had a situation, me and Chief, we just had a recent situation. The event got canceled. I'm like, bro, I'm out of $4,000 or $5,000. I need that back, bro. I got that back in 24 hours. I said it's different when you do it with a tribal account. You do it. That's a private. You set it up in the private sector first, so it goes off your laws. It goes off your laws, your constitution, your policies, your procedures, your fee schedules, not theirs.
Yep. And so now you use the servants to work for you and put them in their proper perspective. You see what I'm saying? And so when we go into these banks or you go into the hospital, you're going into anything, and you don't give them notice on how you're operating and who you are, things like that, then they're going to handle you. You see what I'm saying? And so when you go in there with your structure, you go in there with your paperwork with your authentication, and you can get it, a nice witness through the state or whatever, or your notary to authenticate it as well. But when you do that, now it's saying how, like he said, how you're structured. So now we have to go according to what you gave us. Now they're working for you.
That's it. That makes sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where the tax system can seem overwhelming, one book is here to guide you towards financial empowerment. Introducing The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by best-selling author Don Kilam. Are you looking to demystify the complexities of taxes and harness the power of tax credits? The Capitalizing Namepreneur provides an understanding of effectively utilizing your tax credits. Discover the secrets behind setting up a tax firm, understanding the strawman name, protecting your assets, and navigating the implications of the Social Security Trust Fund. Don Kilam's expertise shines through every page. It's like having a personal financial advisor by your side. Get your copy of The Capitalizing Namepreneur today and unlock the power of tax credits to enhance your financial well-being. Order your copy now and take control of your tax strategies. The Capitalizing Namepreneur, Unleashing the Power of Tax Credits by Don Kilam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
Like we're creating our own policies and procedures. The United States codes are this, that, they're codes. That's their policies and procedures. The real law is their constitution. And a lot of people don't understand that. But when you're going in with the documents, you following under your rights are given to you. People don't understand that. When you understand, all you got to do is study Series 6, Series 7 training, learning what a shareholder is. When you hold a birth certificate, you're a shareholder. Now, Chief says, this is what Chief told me. He says the only time you would want to authenticate that birth certificate is overseas with a passport.
Yeah. So what's really good with the authentication of the birth certificate, if you want to go that route, it's only good for when you're going overseas. And let's say you lose your passport, your identification, you have that authentication of the birth certificate to show as your proof. Remember, authentication is saying this is
to the US.
Right. This is authentic.
Right.
So now you have that birth certificate that says this is authentic, that you was born on the U.S. soil, so you can get to go back. That's the only thing that's really good for. Anything else other than that, if you're trying to get money, that ain't gonna work.
Right, because you're trading with the enemy.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get the stamp and the seal, it's already authenticated, and the birth certificate is already a copy. It's a certified copy. It's not the original.
Yeah.
So that's what people gotta understand. I can get a witness within Chief's tribe, and they'll make sure you get an original tribal birth certificate if that's what you need. If that's things that you need. So this is why you can't just sign up for just anybody out here claiming they're chiefs.
Right.
Because we got real people doing real things, man. And that's just how I want to put it, man. Like, Chief will, if you're part of his tribe, he'll sit down and talk to whoever you need him to talk to. That's what you do for your tribe, you know? So that's what everybody has to keep in mind when going out here with these other organizations, these swagger jackers, whatever you want to call them, man. They're just out here getting paid, man.
Yeah. No evidence, no fruit. And that's the thing. And it's not to knock nobody's hustle, but when it comes to people's life,
right,
that's the problem. Because people are literally using people's paperwork or whoever's paperwork, and it's not authentic, it's not real, and it's not true, and they're getting themselves jammed up.
Right.
Because look, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the United States government. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? And so you want to make sure that you're doing everything in honor. First off, you want to make sure that you're doing everything in honor. Remember, royalty, they handle their business. And so you want to make sure that you're doing everything in honor. Hey, if I'm traveling on the roads, if I'm doing this, I just want to make sure I'm in honor. I get that you have a job to do. I get that you're following your codes, and that's cool. But there's still a certain way how to handle me. You know what I mean? And so we don't need to get belligerent. We don't need to get all that, you know? Hey, this is how you're going to have to handle things, you know? And that's it, you know? But like I said, we care about people's lives, you know? People's lives are really getting jammed up, man. You know, I seen one lady get, you know, it was on TV. It was being advertised that she had the wrong paperwork, and she's trying to proclaim and all that. Man, they kicked her door in, they didn't care, and then she ended up getting shot and stuff. But because they looked at as a terrorist, man. Like people literally out here disputing, looking like terrorists.
And I gave an example like that at the Atlanta event. I said I was really with somebody, man, and I'm in Choctaw Cherokee territory, but you know the highways is still the public domain. So it's the Oklahoma State Troopers. We get pulled over. I ran a tow. You know, in Florida, they just bill you, right?
Yep.
Not in Oklahoma, they said, we old school here. So, you know, he sat me down in the front, but she didn't know what was going on. I'm the traveler.
Right.
You know, this weed, it's like, it smell like marijuana, you ain't got a card, you know, so I have permission to search that shit. I will search it if I want to search it. I'm like, man, ain't nothing but a quarter in there. But she tried to throw the weed as soon as they pulled her out the car. Hey, they took her to jail. She was stating codes. They said, they told me, as soon as she started stating codes, we think she's a sovereign citizen. You know, because he said, you didn't state no codes, nothing. I told him, man, I'm Choctaw. Simple as that. I'm Choctaw, man. Simple as that. I got remember, he let me go with a warning, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
There's more to it, though. You know, a lot of people don't know that they like cops. This is why you got to understand the private sector, some of them cops are KKK. We're not going to, and ain't nothing wrong with being part of the KKK organization. I'm part of Ku Color Kids. But I'm just saying, that's a private fraternity. That's like a private club.
Yeah.
And that's what they choose to do. They have pride in something. They have common goals, whatever it may be. Instead of worrying about what they do, you need to worry about how to get like them.
Absolutely.
You know, Chief is not scared to sit. Are you scared to sit down with a tribal member from the Grand Wizard of the Masons or whoever it may be?
Not at all.
Go sit down and talk to them. They might teach you something, man. They might respect what you do and get behind you and drop you a donation, man.
Let's go.
And as simple as that, man.
But you know, a lot of people don't think like that, though. You know, because you know what's out there in the
Marcus
public.
Garvey, boy.
Facts.
Marcus Garvey did it. Did you have any questions for us at all, man?
Not right now. You guys overwhelm me.
All
You
right,
caught me at the wrong time.
Well, we can do it in the private. We're doing dinner tonight.
Yeah,
anyway.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
I'm just happy though, real quick, that Kameron, man, you're 21, right? 21, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. You're 21, real estate agent, and you're doing your thing, and you got your family behind you supporting you. Let me tell you, when I was 21, I was trying to figure life out. You know what I mean? I joined the military at 22. I think I'm saying this right. Yeah, I joined the military in 2022. Yeah, 2002, I joined the military. So I was fresh out of high school. So I was thinking about 20. And because I didn't know what to do with my life. You know, I had 14 W-2s, man. I just kept quitting and not knowing that I was an entrepreneur in my heart.
That's how I was.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I just felt like a bum because, you know, you go to school, you go to college, and you get jobs. You know, that's what was taught to me. And so I was like, you know what? I was banging down the military's door, man. Like, yo, let me in, man. You know, and so where you at, man, that's dope. You know what I mean? You're on a clear path, man, and I definitely honor that.
Yeah, and with me at 20, my story is similar to Chief's. I was 21, banging on prison's door.
Prison bars.
They let me in. Hey, we got a bed for you.
Come on in. We'll take care of you.
But I knew that's not where I wanted to be, man. But I had lots of jobs, man. But like the only job that I was good at was selling weed. You know, that's a job now, right? It's a job. You go apply for that, you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't a job back then. I had to watch my back. You know? But I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, man. But like I told you, if it wasn't for the federal penitentiary and learning those things, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So being able to learn now and having those, I didn't have my dad to be able to support me. He wasn't there. He didn't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It wasn't supporting me on bigger things. They wasn't supporting my dreams and allowing me to grow. Because when you have those simple things, that allows you to grow, man. So my advice, if it's not supporting you, and it's like what I tell people, I said, like iron sharpens iron. That's how every relationship's got to be in your life. If my mama don't support me, cut her off. You know, sometimes tough love's the best love. Real spill.
That's all I had.
If love did the trick, then we'd all be there. Your mama did their job, your grandma did your job. You want your kids growing up like your grandma, your great-grandpa? I mean, some people might, but majority don't. You know? And just like you talked about seeing the vision, the vision is dividing the vision. You make sure that is unity and everybody's on a board with the same vision. If it doesn't add to your vision, cut it short.
Most definitely.
And that's what I'm with, man. But I'm definitely with the unity aspect of everything. I'm all about family business, family tribe, and just growing with the family, man. That's why I love and admire about Chief the most. And I see you with your tribe too, man. I love and admire that, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely. I love my tribe.
That's right. Well, we're gonna bring this to an end, man. So just give us some last words. Let us know how we can find you, man.
You can find me on Instagram at Kameron.young. I be reposting all Don Kilam
Spell it
stuff.
with a K though, right?
Yeah, spell it with a K, just like the rapper.
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, huh? Okay, got you. Chief Amir Zahir on IG at Chief Amir Zahir. Also, I am Amir, AMIRZAHIR.com. You can hit me up on the website as well.
Man, let them know about your wife stuff too, man. Let them know, bro, because y'all doing y'all's thing, man.
So if you guys are in the Las Vegas, Nevada area, and you want to come out, you want to get fly, whatever, make sure you guys visit the Royal Exclusive Nails. It's also on IG at Royal Exclusive Nails, also royalexclusivenails.com. Also, if you guys need any notary services all throughout the United States or what have you, hit up notaryneighbors.com and they will get you squared away on everything. We have professional notaries standing by right now to notarize your documents online. So you don't have to be sitting down with each other. You can just online, they schedule a call, give you the link, and they verify your information and all that, and they get your documents notarized.
That's right, man. Notary publics and privates.
Yes, notary public
Get you
and
together,
private.
man. Holla at Nolan, get that international status correction, man. Then holla at the notary neighbors, man. Get it stamped up.
There you
All
go.
in one spot, man. Holla at the team. We got what you need.
Yes.
You can't lose with the stuff we use. It's your boy Don Kilam. Remember, prosperity is the divine birthright, man. Tap in and tune in with us, man. Dream Keepers Radio. We're gonna continue to bring more to you in the future. But you can reach me at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM on the Instagram, the one with the blue check. You dig what I'm saying? Much peace and love, man.
Peace,
And I'm
peace,
out.
peace, peace.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets of commerce and build an empire that lasts for generations? Look no further. Introducing $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your official guide to the private and public side of commerce. In this groundbreaking book, Don Kilam reveals the strategies and insider knowledge you need to create and protect your wealth. Learn how to navigate the intricate world of commerce, master the art of building an empire, and secure a lasting legacy for your family. Get your hands on $1 Million Worth of Game today and embark on a transformative journey toward financial abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to build your empire and secure a prosperous future for generations to come. Get ready to conquer the world of commerce. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your ultimate guide to building an empire and leaving a legacy. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam. Available now. Get your copy and start your journey to generational wealth.